Hello, everybody. Welcome to a whole new episode of A Weekend to Remember in Sports with your boy, the young All American Justin Foley.
With your young superstar, Brandon Cotman.
Boy, man, let's hop straight into it, man. Tell me what you're thinking about the sports world right now, man.
Woo, man! Right now, we got to start out with the obvious, bro. From Saturday, college football,
Okay,
Michigan versus Michigan State, both undefeated.
crazy,
Man, let me tell you,
crazy.
I turned the channel. I was like, I'm watching the game before I go to
Hmm.
work. So I was like 30-14. I get to work and stuff, and I turn it on. It's like I get busy at work or whatever. I,
Hmm.
I checked the score. I'm like 37-33. How's Michigan State up 37-33? Like, what
Yeah.
happened, bro? Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
Michigan had that game, bro.
Hmm. Bro, it was so crazy, bro. And bro, Kenneth Walker. He is a dog, bro. The running back from Michigan
Oh,
State.
yeah.
He had five tutties, boy. Five tutties.
Dang.
Hmm.
Dang.
And it's like, bro, with that type of performance, bro, he's on track. Like he's probably like the favorite for the Heisman right now.
Dang, bro.
Mhm. Yeah,
Bro,
bro.
it's not to, I'm not getting off subject, but like,
Mhm.
there's so many good running backs in college football this year, bro.
Okay.
Like, it's going to be so many. I feel like it's going to be drafted. I
Hmm.
think even more, maybe more than quarterbacks.
Low key, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. But man, but that Michigan, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I I don't look no further down. Like I don't think less of Michigan now, but it just show like how legit Michigan State is. Like they really them boys got something nice going there. And then it's like, bro, like it's gonna be interesting to see what they do against Ohio State because Ohio State's defense has been playing at a good level as of
Yeah,
late. You know, like they cleaned it up a
and
little bit against Rutgers, but it's like
yeah,
that's Rutgers and Maryland. So yeah.
man, it's crazy because like you were saying, bro, like you were saying, they're for real, bro, and it's crazy how the adjustments that they made in the
Hmm.
second half of the game, and their
Hmm.
defense started playing better. They started scoring more touchdowns,
That boy Kenneth took
and
over, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
that boy is a one man army. That dude is
yeah,
a one man army.
he's nice, bro. And then also, bro, that Michigan got a decent team. I still think Michigan decent, but the fact that Michigan State is still undefeated, bro, man.
Yeah.
And it's like not too many people really been talking about like the year they're having, you know?
Yeah, because they're Michigan State and they're not really known for having like solid seasons like this.
Yeah, it's been a minute
You know what
since
I
like
mean?
2015, like since like Kirk and them left, you know? Connor Cook and them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dang, bro. Like,
yeah.
man, they really showed me. They came back from a
There's them
30
like two
to what was it?
touchdowns.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
30-14 at one point, and they
yeah,
scored.
yeah.
They
Bro,
probably scored like 20 some unanswered points.
And it's like the wild part is they could have easily given up, but they kept on fighting for each other. You know, they kept on playing for each other, and like they took the dub.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We gotta talk about UIU and like we gotta talk about the show that DJ and Torian put on, man. They
Oh yeah, for sure.
them boys was making plays. DJ almost had about 200. You feel me? He had
Yeah.
he had a couple of tutties, I believe, man. I was just watching that game. I was like, sheesh, like they going dummy. Then my boy Torian, that man, he represent Cal City, South Holland and Dalton so well, man. Like he's going crazy. He's going dummy. He had two tutties. He brought like the plays when Wayne State needed a play, like that boy Torian made them. You feel me? And when Upper Iowa needed a play on offense, DJ made that play each and every time, man. So it was, I personally enjoy watching them two do that thing and just like really just cut up on that field and just show like man like the receiver position is so important, you know.
And on top of all of that, bro, because man, I DJ, like you said, both of the guys that you named balled out, and I think DJ did an interview, and he's very like well spoken and very humble.
Yeah,
Like I feel like if he was at like a different school, bro, like yeah, like he's like they could probably get him to like an NFL draft, bro. To be honest, the way he balled out
mm,
and the way he trains in the off season is crazy because I've seen some of his off the field training stuff with like his
mm,
footwork. But like the main point of like the whole like UIU thing, even though they won one game, is that they knocked off Wayne State from going
yeah,
to the playoffs.
yeah. Like Wayne State, they was ranked like 20th in the country, and they whatever. Like they was Wayne State was ranked, and like man, it's crazy. Uh, and Upper Iowa only had this is their first win, first dub of the season, but it
And
was great to see that them guys didn't fold. They could have easily just thrown in the towel. Oh, Wayne State's coming back on us. Like they're 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 looked upon as like the bigger team, like the better team, this and that. They got all this hype behind them. The boys just kept on fighting, and it was like it was great seeing that, especially for those upper Iowa seniors, like this being like their last home game, so it was cool.
man, it is, and it shows it's not about how you start, even though they started like really bad. It's about how you finish because the last game was just so big. Like, I mean, you could talk about the bad things that happened in the season. I mean, they
Mhm.
went with like 1-9, 1-8, whatever. But like the last game of the season mattered the most because it had the most impact of all the
Yeah,
games that they played.
yeah. I feel
And
like that was
like
their last home game.
oh yeah, and then for the seniors, like
Hmm.
that's a great way to end senior year. It ain't no better way to knock off a team for going to the playoffs your senior year,
Hmm.
and your offense, your defense is clicking right, and you get the dub on a ranked team.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing better, man.
yeah. Because the crazy part, man, like they got off to a great start. I think it was up. I think like 21-7 or something. Like in the
For
first
Wayne
half.
State.
No, 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 up Iowa. Like in the first half, I
Oh
think it was.
wow,
Yeah, they. But then I must say, Wayne State, they got themselves back into the game, you know. But up
wow,
Iowa didn't fold. They kept on fighting, kept on pushing.
wow,
Hmm.
wow. That's man. I'm just glad. I just hope down the line because, bro, like with me and you being alumni
Hmm.
from Upper Iowa, like I want to see the football team. Like that's the only team that's like that hasn't like progressed and like all jokes aside, but that hasn't progressively like got better. Like when you talk about the UIU men's soccer team,
Yeah,
they just got another dub today.
yeah.
The women's soccer team is ranked.
Hmm.
Both the women's and men's soccer team is ranked. When have they ever been ranked?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It
Hmm.
is just like when I just the last thing I want to see from me being an alumni is just the football team be
Yeah,
successful.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I want.
You want to see them boys have a winning record because like the hard work and stuff that they put into the season, during the off season, during the summer, during the fall camp, like it's a grind. So it's like you want to see that hard work and see the grind stuff pay off for them.
Man, yeah, because it's like I said, you got you know wrestling's always been good.
Hmm.
Basketballs get progressively better. Like they had a
Yeah,
good season when we were there, so it's like the last sport that's left really the last big main sport is just football. Like
yeah,
you know, just
yeah.
but isn't it weird that you're getting like Florida guys and stuff to play? Like Iowa is not really big for football.
Hmm.
Like when you think about when you think about like football, you think about like more down south teams or
Yeah,
teams in like Florida. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Like for colleges, like some like recruiting and stuff. Like down is always down south, then it's out west, and then
Yeah,
the Chicagoland area is huge. Oh yeah, and
yeah.
Ohio too. In Ohio.
Ohio. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like those are like
Okay.
the like almost any and every state down south. Then you got Arizona and California, out west.
Hmm.
And then you got Ohio, then you got Chicagoland area, like the whole Chicagoland area. Like whereas like the
Bro,
south
those,
suburbs and like the northern suburbs, or just like the city of Chicago in general.
yeah, bro. And those Florida boys are built different, bro. Like,
Hey,
man,
hey, DJ, a prime example of how them Florida boys are different.
oh yeah, bro. So I forgot he's from Florida, bro. That's
Yeah.
wild that you just said that, bro. I
Hmm.
forgot he was from Florida.
Hey,
Dang, bro.
another Florida boy you got to talk about is that boy TP, the safety.
He's from Florida too,
Hmm.
bro. Why did I think he was from Iowa, bro? Then he gonna be mad
No,
at me, bro.
no, I don't know how you thought that. It's not TP.
Hey, sorry, TP. Sorry, bro. I ain't mean to disrespect you like that, bro.
Oh man, yeah,
That's funny, bro.
them Florida boys really different, man. And man, it's just that swag and that confidence that they play with. A lot of teams need that type of juice, that type of energy to get going.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Like, man, it's to be blessed, like to be blessed with the type of body to play football, man. It's really a blessing, man, because like, especially if you have a size like DK Mick, DK Metcalf, Chase Claypool,
Yeah,
just them type of dudes. You know
man,
what I
they're
mean?
freakishly
Like,
good. Gods.
yeah, and it's just like if you're really blessed with that type of body, like I hate one thing. One of my biggest pet peeves is just like
Mm.
when I see a player with so much talent but just play around the school. I don't take things serious. Like you can
Hmm.
be, you ever seen a player like that? Like you be like,
Somebody that
man,
wasted
dog,
that
like, you can,
potential.
yeah. I'm like, bro, you can make it to the league, but it's just like you
Hmm.
playing around, dude. Like you can literally change your life, your family's life.
Hmm.
Like I just seen so many, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's kind of like one of like the hardest thing. I feel like that's something that really hurts me personally, is like seeing somebody that's really wasting their potential. You know, like knowing they can probably do something that can help them better their life, or like even like their family's life, but they're not taking it serious and they end up not doing it at all.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like sometimes it's just from the I don't know what it is. It's just like if they're just like bored with it or they
Mhm.
just not. Sometimes it's just laziness. To be
Yeah,
honest, like
yeah,
sometimes it's just like, oh, I got this time. I don't gotta work this hard, but like you gotta do everything as possible because it's like when you first get dropped off at college your freshman year, it's just
yeah.
like man, like this is like real life. This
Hmm.
reality, bro. Like my first time being away, like
Yeah,
away from like my family and stuff. Like it just put a lot of things in perspective.
yeah.
And
There's like also other times you have people that's just afraid of being great, because
mm,
they know when they're being great, like it's like a whole different type of pressure on them. And it's like they're so used to like just accommodating other people, and like living for other people. But it's like when it's time for them, like, all right, I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna apply myself in this and that. They're afraid of what comes with the greatness.
man, bro, that's so deep, bro. I feel like a lot of athletes do struggle with that. Like they're
Mhm.
afraid to be great. Like that's actually something that I used to go through, bro. To be honest,
That's right.
and it's a
Mhm.
real thing. Like it's like you're afraid of like the moment, and you're like, do I really deserve this? Like, how did I get here?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
it's like you start to like underachieve. You really just start talking like doubt on yourself. Like,
Mhm.
man, I don't really believe I should be here. I don't believe that I worked hard enough, or You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's
completely understand, man. I feel like I've been there before myself.
man, it's been wrestling matches before where like I doubt myself, and that's
Hmm.
something I've dealt with my whole life.
Yeah.
Like before wrestling matches, bro. Like,
Hmm.
man, I don't know if I'm gonna beat this dude. Like, this dude is this, and that, or
Hmm.
like, how did I get here, man? I'm in the finals. I'm wrestling the number two guy in the country. Can I beat it? Like, bro, it's just so many
Hmm.
thoughts that come in between, but it's just like you kind of gotta have a cutoff point where it's just like I'm just gonna go out and compete. But whatever
Hmm.
happens, happens. I trust your training. Trust your
Hmm.
training is something that I will change my mindset and go back and do if I have to start all over.
Yes, man. So let's get back. Let's start back talking about that Ohio State versus Penn State game. That game was crazy, man.
Yeah, I saw a little. I saw like the end of it.
Hmm.
Ohio State really came out with the dub. I still Penn State is on a 2 game losing streak.
Yeah.
They dropped low, like they dropped to like 20 after they lost to Illinois.
Yeah, bro, let me tell you something that's crazy though about Penn State though. Like their losses have been very competitive, and it could like, and if their quarterback was healthy, they most likely would have won those games.
Yeah, that's a good
Like
point.
Iowa, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the way they was playing the game, they was probably on pace to beat Iowa, but their starting quarterback got injured, and they had a quarterback playing, and he wasn't used to getting any type of time. So like once he got in the game, he was just off, and it's like, bro, playing at Iowa, that's not an easy place to play at.
It's not because the fans. I want to say hostile, but like I know how Iowa and Iowa State fans are
Hmm.
because I've been to a few games. I've been to a few games before, and like even like wrestling dual meets, bro.
Hmm.
Like they do not play around, bro. Like they
Yeah.
expect you to be great, bro. Like it's
Hmm.
so like it's so crazy, bro.
Yeah. Then
Like they
that
just expect you
environment
to be great.
different, bro.
Chee, yeah, bro. Like
Hmm.
I don't know how I would deal like if I'm a quarterback, a rookie. I would say we were freshman quarterback,
Yeah.
just out of high school. You know, you're Division 1 starter for University of Iowa.
Hmm.
First first game opener versus Iowa State. Like, how do you handle that pressure,
I
bro?
mean, they're gonna be going crazy. They're gonna be going crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Hmm.
Man,
And
like
bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Ohio State running back, bro. That freshman, he a stud. He like that. He pretty nice.
oh really? I gotta watch some of his highlights.
And it's like, bro, like he's broken so many Ohio State freshman rushing records. And
I'm
you got to
I'm
think
not
about all the
surprised.
great running backs Ohio State has had.
Oh yeah, for sure. They've had long lists of good running backs from the past.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously the one that stands out is Ezekiel Elliott. They had two. What's dude
J.K.
name? I
Dobbins
can't.
went there too.
Oh yeah, he did go there. Dang,
Hmm. And he's broken
bro,
J.K.
that
records
bro, he
and
is
Zeke.
so bro.
Yeah,
Dog,
yeah.
J.K. Dobbins is so cold, bro. Even for Baltimore, he got injured, but like,
Hmm.
oh my gosh, that dude is cold, bro. It's
Hmm.
wild. Who? I know that would be too hard for you. I was gonna say,
Go ahead, ask.
who's your picture perfect like college team from like if you can pick. I don't want to say from like I'm talking about this the 21st century
Uh,
college players. Who would be your picture perfect like offensive players?
oh, so you like a fantasy football type you did?
Yeah, like your
Okay.
fantasy football
Oh, I
like
like this. I got Cam Newton is that quarterback
ooh
for me.
ooh
Cam.
okay.
Cam the QB. Ooh, I'm having running back. Ooh, there's some good
It's too
ones. I'm gonna have Derek. I get 2 running backs, right?
You get 2 running backs.
I got Zeke and I got Derrick Henry.
Ooh, my
That's
gosh,
just
bro! Like,
nasty, right? Yo,
bro,
this
hey, you don't need no more players on offense right now. You good,
bro,
bro?
bro. Think about
That's
this. You got Zeke and you got Derrick Henry and you got Cam Newton all in one backfield.
in their prime, in their
Oh my
prime,
god, that's not fair. All right, let me go. Let me go to
bro.
receiver. Let me go to receiver. I
It's
got
too
Julio.
many receivers, bro.
I got Julio Jones. I'm trying
Okay,
to think.
okay.
He's the
You
number.
get
I'm
two
trying.
receivers and one tight end.
Okay. Oh, the tight end. That's gonna be hard. Tight end. Oh, I know. I already know tight end. Damn, I'm trying to think. Who's another receiver? I'm trying to think. There's some real good ones out there.
It's too many, bro. You got Jamar
Ooh.
Chase, Justin Jefferson. You got
I'm trying to think of all the receivers that went crazy, had a crazy like college career, bro. Ah, what's his name? I had to say Amari Cooper because he was something nasty in
oh yeah, he
college.
was balling. Yeah,
He was
he went
something
to
sick.
Alabama, right?
Yup. So I got him, Julio, and Amari, bro. Yeah, receiver. Then my
Dang,
tight
bro.
end, Cal Pitts.
Ooh, oh yeah, he was balling.
And then my O line, I'm going with one of the either. Uh, it's gonna be either Alabama O line from like 2010, or it's gonna be the Florida Gators O line. It was some nasty back in the day too. And
Yeah,
then
imagine
who about
having
you,
the
bro?
defense
Tell me,
that
tell me your
Miami
offense, bro.
defense.
Tell me
My
your
offense,
offense.
oh man.
Cause there's some crazy QBs I left out. I left off, bro.
All right, QB.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, QB. I'm going Michael Vick.
Ooh.
Ooh, receiver. I'm going Tavon Austin.
Ooh, oh my!
uh,
His college highlight tape, I think it's like the
yeah,
best highlight
the
tape ever.
best ever, best ever. Also,
Yeah.
I got Michael Vick, Tavon Austin.
Okay.
Um, trying to think, bro. Man, it's just so many, bro. Like
That
it's
offense
giving me
sounded
goosebumps.
explosive right there, bro.
Yeah. So let's see. Michael Vick, Tavon Austin. I'm trying to think who was a really big baller as a receiver, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll probably go. I'll go Tavon Austin, Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Running backs. Man, I'll probably go. I'll go. Um, I'll get Mark. I'll probably go Mark Ingram.
Oh, he was the first. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. He was the first.
he
I
was
think
pretty
the first.
solid.
Oh, he was nice. He was nice at Alabama, and he's still pretty solid in the league too. So yeah.
Yeah, and then I go Saquon Barkley, Penn State.
Oh,
Bro,
I forgot about Saquon. Yeah, Saquon
yeah,
was.
bro.
Oh, he was nasty. Oh, he was
All
nasty, bro.
I right now
What's
I'm
your
thinking about
defense?
like
Oh, you know you didn't
my
give me your tight
defense.
end, bro.
Oh, my tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I haven't seen his highlights yet, but I heard that he was pretty solid.
So,
And this dude came from Iowa. I'll go George Kittle.
oh yeah, George Kittle is nice at the 49ers. George Kittle like always been nice. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he was good.
He
He was
and
solid
then
in college. He was solid. He was solid.
man, you asked me what defense would I pick, man. Is it
Yeah.
that obvious, bro? But the Miami defense, bro. You
The
already know,
U,
bro.
the U. He said he
yeah,
going with the
yeah,
U. Okay, okay.
bro.
Which
That
year?
defense,
Which
like
year? Which year?
I think that's the year, like was it 2000? It was in like the 2000s when they were like
Like
top.
2001. He talking about 2001. Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, all them boys.
Yeah, all them dudes. Yeah, I don't know if I'll
Oh,
beat you though, bro, because you got Derek. So let us know
oh,
who do you think which of our squads will win. Are you
I'm trying
going
to
with
think.
the Cam
Uh,
Newton?
I'm trying to think. Since you picked the U as your who, that's the oh my gosh, Oh my gosh, that
Man,
defense, bro.
that's
Hold on,
yeah.
I gotta think of a cold defense. I gotta think.
You
Oh,
got Alabama.
I'm going with that the Alabama squad that had Drake and Patrick and all them boys that beat LSU in the national championship. That defense
Ooh,
was something nasty, bro.
you said that beat who?
That beat LSU in the national championship game.
Oh, that's when they
Hmm.
had Roquan Smith and them boys,
They had I'm
right?
trying to think when they beat
Oh no, no,
LSU.
Roquan Smith played at Georgia. I'm thinking of a different team. Never mind.
That's when they had Drake and Patrick. Bro, that defense was stacked and physical, bro. They had Dante Hop. Oh, that defense was something nasty. That defense, I'm telling you, that was like one of the scariest. I would have said the LSU joint, but LSU lost to what's it called? So lost to Alabama that year. So I can't really even say that.
Man,
Yeah.
hey, let us know what your college fantasy football would look like, and
Yep,
better
yep.
yet, let us know which team are you going with? Team Brandon, Team Superstar, or are you going with Team All American, Team Justin? Let us know in the
Okay.
comments.
Okay. Yeah, that's smooth. That's smooth,
So,
man.
but I'm trying to think what games have you watched today? I know today has been kind of crazy. There's
Uh,
been a lot of crazy games on today. But what game stands out to you the most?
that stood out to me the most. I have to say, I gotta give it to the Saints off the fact they won. They beat Tom Brady with a backup quarterback, Trevon. And it's like,
With
bro,
a
that
third
backup,
string,
bro. Let me tell you what's crazy. That quarterback played at Northwestern, bro. Back when Northwestern was cold.
Trevor
Travis Simeon.
Simeon. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think he used to play for the Broncos too
Yeah,
at
he
one
did.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and I agree with you on the game because it's like, man, only like think about this, bro. Like you get one chance to play against Brady and you beat him, bro. Like
Gotta
that's
respect it.
legendary,
You
bro.
gotta respect it.
Yeah, you gotta respect it, man. And
Hmm.
they ain't gonna beat him in the playoffs, but
Yeah,
nobody beating
that's a
playoff
story he
Brady,
could
bro.
tell all his kids, his grandkids.
Yeah,
You know how to beat Tom Brady.
Brady, man. They called it, bro. Like if he didn't do nothing else in the NFL,
Hmm.
that was probably the most that stood out. You beat Tom Brady,
That's facts. That's a big accomplishment right there. You know,
and
especially
yeah,
like
I've
on the
tried.
type of season that Tom Brady's having. He's having an MVP caliber year.
Yeah, but he threw like 4 picks today.
Yo, it was
he
bad. It
threw,
was
yeah, it
bad.
was bad. So
It
it
was
kind of set
rough.
him back a little bit. Yeah, but I mean, I think what the thing that I hate about like, is it crazy to say? I don't know. I'm gonna say it's crazy to say. Football fans are toxic,
They're fickle.
and
They're fickle.
yeah, fickle. Yeah, I'd say that's the right word because it's like sometimes we forget that even the greatest players in the world have flaws in their game
Yeah,
that they
it's
can
like
be
nobody's
at.
gonna be perfect all the time. It's not like college, you know, because like in college, like you're clearly you can be taller than a guy, so of course, like and it's like you're gonna win just off the fact that you're taller. But it's like in NFL, you got somebody that might be shorter, but they're more explosive. They understand the game a lot more than you, and they got other ways to beat you and stuff. But it's like in
Mm,
college, all it really comes down to like who has the better coaching staff and who has the better athletes for the most part.
yeah, that's very true, bro. But yeah, that's crazy, bro. The Saints, they beat them 2 years in a row. The first time was during the pandemic. This time they beat them with the crowd. Like people don't know
Mm-hmm.
how. To
Bro,
me,
New Orleans, bro.
that's
Saints,
the
man.
hardest place to play in. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
hardest place to play at.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
That's like playing in Golden State.
Yeah, one of them for real, bro. It's kind of
Yeah.
like I'm gonna tell you the place I think is really like the hardest places to play in the NFL is in New Orleans, Kansas City, and Seattle.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Them the three
Most
right
definitely.
there, bro.
No. Yeah. Hey, it's woo.
Mm-hmm.
It's very. 'Cause if anyone ever watches those games, just watch how the other team quarterback, like how they gotta like they have
Cover
to
their ears up to here in the
ears cover
helmet
their
and
ears.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you not know? I forget which game it was, bro. I think it was a Seattle. It was Seattle game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think they had. I think the Rams they had to go silent snap because it was so loud in Seattle.
Wow.
They had to he had to hit the center's butt to get the football up because it was just so loud.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Then it's like, bro, what games you peep? I was like,
Man,
shit,
I
this
think
was a real good game.
honestly the Bears and the 49ers was a good game. You know, they
Okay.
were going back
Okay.
and forth. I seen Justin Fields probably at his best that I've seen him this year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the defense I've never seen out of my 24 years of living. I've never seen the Chicago Bears defense this bad. Never.
Bro, the crazy part is, bro, they was looking pretty decent like the other parts of the year. You know, like the other games, they was looking
Yeah,
pretty decent. You know, it's just like against Tampa Bay. Oh, I feel like the only problem was they couldn't stop Mike Evans. He had three tutties.
yeah,
He had three tutties and
yeah.
like five. He had five catches and three tutties. Like, come on now. So that
Dang.
means basically like
He,
one corner was getting, oh, he's sticking him. Oh, we're throwing him automatically. And,
yep.
so
The, all the
that's 21 points off the board right there. So just imagine what
man,
was like the final score was like
38
38
to
to
3.
so minus
So
those 20.
that's not bad. I mean,
You know, it's
it's
still a rough score, but it's like, oh, like, hey, it would have been competitive still, like to the end type you did, you know.
yeah. So that game, uh, um, but yeah, those are like the main games. You know, Tom Brady. You know, the biggest recap
Hmm.
from this week so far is that Tom Brady lost. That's going to be the biggest
He lost to a
thing.
backup.
We lost to a backup, a third string.
Hmm.
I don't know what is with Tom Brady losing to players like he lost to Eli twice in the
Yeah,
Super Bowl. I
yeah.
just like, but it's like when you count out Tom Brady, he
Hmm.
comes back. It just like, no, I'm Tom Brady.
Yeah. You remember, I know
It's
you remember when it was in high school, bro, when they lost to the Chiefs. And everyone was like, oh, Tom Brady's done for it, and this and that. And he just went dummy after that and won the Super Bowl.
yeah, yeah, that was crazy. I remember that's the year he got. Do you know he got benched when they played Kansas City?
Yeah,
Eric Berry
it got bad.
pick six.
Yeah, it got
Yeah,
bad, bro. I
I was
remember
like,
that.
dang, bro. That was the first time I'm like, man, it was so powerful seeing Tom Brady get benched.
Everybody was just
Like,
surprised, like, dang, like he's lost it.
man, it's definitely crazy, bro.
Hmm. Yeah, bro. Nah, bro, did you peep? I ain't gonna even ask you, did you peep? Man, what did you think about UFC 267, bro?
Woo! Man, let me tell you about I usually watch like the main event. This like
Hmm.
I was at work, but I know this Saturday I'm gonna watch all the fights. I usually watch all the fights. But
Yeah.
like I watch like the main card. The
Hmm.
first fight I want to tell you about is Corey Sandhagen and
Yeah.
Peter
I know
Yan.
exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Woo!
Hmm.
And that fight was that they I don't know who won fight. I don't know who got the bonus check. I have to go back and check. But
Hmm.
like that fight was so good, bro.
It was one
That
of
fight
them.
was yeah, it was one of
Yeah.
them. And I just wanted a few takeaways from that fight. Uh, Corey Sandhagen, he tried to wrestle. He shot with his head down,
Hmm.
and you have to, if you're going to take a shot, you have to shoot with your head up. If you're shooting like this with
Oh
your
yeah.
head down, you
Hold
can't
on,
look
hold
at
on.
what you're trying to go through.
I saw the little wire. I saw the
yeah,
wire.
yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. I'm trying to
Oh,
look
okay,
good for these ladies out here.
okay.
Yeah, hit
He
your
said he's
boy up.
spinning for him.
Yeah, hey, I'm in Vegas, but I still got the 414 number. Still, so
Okay,
hit
okay.
me up. Nah, but that fight was good, but I was so mad because I'm really starting not to like Aljamain Sterling because I don't know if you know the history. So
Mm,
Corey Sandhagen was substitute into that fight for
mm,
Aljamain Sterling because Aljamain Sterling got injured in training camp. It was supposed to be a rematch between Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan because he did that knee
wow.
to the head
Mm-hmm.
and supposedly was concussed, but like he was like being over dramatic after he got kneed in the head because you can't knee
Yeah.
while you're on the ground. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
like, how can you do? Tell me this: you're under a whole bunch of lights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How can you do an interview and you say you have a concussion?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's no
That's
possible. It's
fishy.
no
That's
possible
fishy.
way. You,
That's
it's
fishy.
fishy. So, and if you follow his account, like
Mm-hmm.
he's just been kind of like this pretending on paper, like
Don't tell me acting like a tough guy.
champion. Yeah, he's acting like a tough guy, bro. And he was
One of the
he
worst
and you know
moves.
what yeah, and you know the crazy part about it, he was losing that fight badly. He lost every round. He was losing every round, bro.
That's wild. Don't
So
tell me that's
it's
the dude that when they fought he got DQ'd or whatever.
yeah, we got DQ'd, and remember he was falling all over. I mean,
Yeah.
like the knee was bad. I'm not going at that. I'm just going on how he was reacting. It's just like, okay, you got injured. I mean, we get injured, we stay on the
Mm-hmm.
ground for a couple minutes, then we get up. Like, bro, come on, don't
That was crazy. I
overreact.
know exactly, bro. Cause it's like, bro, he was losing that fight anyway. He would have
Yeah,
lost the fight
right.
just off the score, or he would have got knocked
He
out.
that's why he played that so well. That's why he
I
played
hate
that so
to
well.
I hate to hear how he's acting like that because I didn't know he was acting like that. So it kind of
Yeah,
like, damn, like bro, like you didn't necessarily win a championship off your skills of you having a great fight or anything like that. You won it just because the other dude DQ'd and he controlled the whole fight. You know,
yep,
that's like
man,
that's crazy.
man.
That's wild.
But yeah, that's the history behind it. All in all,
Mm-hmm.
um, Pete, like I said, Aljamain Sterling was really originally supposed to fight Peter Yan. Peter Yan is that Russian dude, and
Mm-hmm.
I was really excited for that fight because I really wanted Peter Yan to like beat him. Like he was going.
Mm-hmm.
I think he probably would have knocked him out this time.
It was gonna get nasty.
But yeah, but that dude Peter Yan, like
Mm-hmm.
he was getting teed up the first two rounds, but
Yeah.
like the championship rounds,
The
he took
adjustments he
over,
made,
bro.
bro. The adjustments he
Yeah,
made during the fight, bro. It was like this is the difference between a good fighter and a great fighter. It's the
oh
adjustments they
yeah,
make from the beginning of the fight. Oh, okay, this is how things is going. This is what this guy's doing. All right, then let me start moving accordingly. Let me change up my game plan and this and that and attacking in a different way. And he did that, man. It was beautiful to see.
man, it was, bro. I mean, you saw the adjustments that he made too, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
doing like the first two rounds, I'm watching the fight. I'm like, man, Peter Yan, he don't look himself.
Yeah.
And then I think Daniel Cormier, he's one of the commentators. He was like, he was kind of warning everybody and saying like he's going to turn it up in like the later rounds. Like just
Mm-hmm.
what he didn't say that exact thing, but he was just giving us little bits and pieces. Like
Yeah.
this is how PDR fights. Like he starts off slow, then he starts picking it up.
Yeah, because you
And
got to make those adjustments. 'Cause at first you expecting
yeah,
a fighter to fight this way, but they're not. So it's like you're not used to that. So you're adjusting to that. Okay. And you feeling them out. He's like, oh, okay, this is what he's doing, you know? And then you
yeah,
go from there and you just tee it up.
and he was preparing to fight more of a wrestler, not a striker. You got to think about that too.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So the reason why he probably looked so bad because he wasn't his training camp. He was probably he was training for
That's so
Aljamain
much.
Sterling,
Mm-hmm.
who's really a submission artist and a wrestler. And this
Mm-hmm.
guy was like longer. He was, he was more dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I want to talk about the main event, bro. It was
That
an
that that
upset.
that heavyweight joint,
Yeah, that dude that they
bro,
call Polish Power, bro.
bro, bro.
I tell everybody this: if you do not have the basic skills of wrestling, you would not be a UFC champion or you would not be a successful fighter. Because if bro, the UFC champion, he fought a wrestler and he took him down and choked him out. You have to have wrestling, bro. A
bro.
lot of people think you can just get by with that, but
Like, bro, like that. Hey, let me tell you, the part that stuck out to me about that fight is he didn't even like once he got into like the headlock, like he had him in chokehold. He tapped out instantly. Like he didn't try to get out of it or nothing. He just tapped out. And I was like, whoa, that was like I can understand like you like not want to be choked out, like killed you did. Like you feel yourself like you can't start, you starting to fade off. You feel me? Something
yeah.
like that. But bro, he wasn't even starting to, he didn't even try to fight it or nothing. He just tapped instantly. I was like, wait, what? Dang, that's kind of early
Wow.
for a tap, bro.
Yeah, you see when you see other like, and I'm not saying he's a fraud champion because that was like like one of his like I'm not sure if that was like his second title defense, but like
Cause he fought Izzy like before, but Izzy like came up a little
yeah,
faster.
that wasn't really
That
a
don't really
title fight
count.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like the fact that like he has the power to knock you out,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that like as a champion, champions are made when they're put into deep water.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you respond to you getting knocked not getting when the fighter gets
Get
like
knocked
knocked
down.
down and around?
That
Yeah,
adversity.
and it's just like how do you respond to you getting cut up real bad? How do you respond to
Mm-hmm.
you almost getting tapped out, you getting choked and half of your windpipe is gone? Like those are like the dogs, bro. Like
Yeah.
those are like the real champions.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, but I think he exposed them a little bit because you're going into this fight, you're fresh up, you're on the winning streak,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and you have to. And I'm not trying to make it seem like it's easy to defend a takedown, but like as a wrestler, as a former wrestler, like
Yeah.
you gotta have that skill, bro, to defend a takedown.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to.
But like, how do you feel like when you see like certain fighters like not have that ability to defend themselves against the takedown?
It's frustrating, bro, because that's something that you should first do. And a lot of people just try to strengthen what they're already good in, what their craft is already good in. Like
Mm-hmm.
work on your weakness. And I think that's something that a lot of fighters procrastinate with is to really work on their weaknesses to come back better. Like
Mm-hmm.
one person I want to give a shout out to is Francis Ngannou, one of the Nigerian champions. He was just like at first he was just like this knockout artist that used to just gas up all muscle, but like
Yeah.
he's really made the change of like defending a takedown, and
Mm-hmm.
he ended up winning by TKO.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But those are like the main takeaways that I've got from UFC 260. I think it was UFC 267, but
Yep.
I can't wait till we go live. What man is this
268.
Man, this Saturday is gonna be so. I just want to tell everybody it's so crazy this upcoming Saturday that I took off work. I took off
Wow.
work for Saturday, bro,
Wow.
for this.
Oh
That's how
yeah.
crazy this is, bro. So like,
Okay.
y'all just be prepared. It's two title fights back to back on the main
Mm-hmm.
card,
Come on
both
now.
rematches.
Come on now. Come on now. Oh yeah,
Woo!
that's gonna be something to talk about, bro. You got any predictions you want to make right now before you dip off?
Man, I think Kamaru Usman is going to knock out Kobe. I think it's going to be worse this time. I think Kamaru Usman is going to knock out Kobe Covington, and I don't know who's going to win between Rose. I think Rose Namajunas is going to win this fight because she
Okay.
has one of the best corners in her in her
In a
in
weight
her
class?
training camp.
Okay.
No, like she has a good corner. Like she has a good
Okay.
training camp. Like she has good people around her. And do
Okay.
you not know that Justin Gaethje, who's
That does
very
sound
very good,
familiar.
He's the one that got choked. He was the one that got choked out by Khabib on his last fight.
Okay. Yeah.
But that dude, he went on a winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
He beat some really good people. Kamara Usman, they're both in Rose Namajunas camp.
Oh wow. So she
So
got some. Yeah.
some good training partners.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, they said she hits the hardest, bro. Bro,
Man.
they said out of every bro, even their coaches were saying like she hits the hardest out of everybody in her camp, bro.
Wow.
Bro, and she's at strawweight, bro.
That's crazy.
Strawweight is like 115.
That's crazy. That's
That's
crazy,
scary, bro. That's
imagine her
scary.
in the streets pressing you, bro. Like I saw you talking
bro.
to this shorty. Who is this in your phone?
Bing, bing.
Just tag you.
I forget.
Pop.
Bro, you gotta look up how she used to have long hair. She cut off all her hair because she said she didn't want to have to deal with it during the fight.
Mm-hmm. I know. Yep.
But she was beautiful, bro. I mean, everybody's beautiful in their own way. It's just like, man, like just put a wig on for me for a little bit. I'm just
saying, he ready to hop down.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know, like, I'm really excited for this Saturday. Make sure y'all tune in to, I believe this is UFC 268.
Yep.
It's not going to be a disappointment. Just tune in to our YouTube, follow us, comment, and do what you got to do.
Hey, and it's like, in addition to that, not only just watch our original content on our YouTube channel, go ahead and go check out our podcast on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts or wherever else podcasts are available. Go ahead, go search the All American State of Mind podcast and give us a listen. And that's it for this latest episode. And until next time, peace.
Yes, sir.